thing that hit me the most is he was like, there's going to be a lot of noise here and distractions. And there is. And that's what a lot of people say. They go to Fatima and sometimes they're disappointed. The Freemasons are very strong there. You see a lot of ugly architecture there. And so before I was even there at the Esplanade, what you see in the background of Angelica's screen, um, he was preparing us. He was like, you got to keep your eyes closed. Really, he even pulled out earplugs and he was like, I wear these earplugs when I pray, right? But he just really got
Mhm.
me ready, like spiritually prepared to block out that noise. And if he hadn't done that for me, I think it would have been very different. So for me, that was probably the most important spiritual lesson. And like you all are saying, that he reminded everything you said, Angelica, Our Lady was here. So that was constantly at the forefront of my mind everywhere that we went.
Yeah, that's actually such a great point because that you mentioned that there's a lot of like modernizations, a lot of Masonic influence, a lot of ugly, just not beautiful architecture, a lot of, practices that are not so reverent sometimes. And um, keeping in mind that the devil always attacks the hardest, what is most sacred and most holy and most important for our spiritual good. And so knowing that we see all of these things in Fatima is even more for me a confirmation that Fatima is extremely important and extremely relevant for us in our spiritual lives. And it even reminds me of like when I did the Ignatian retreat a couple years back, and there was a meditation about the camp of God and the camp of Satan, and there were like two armies, and you were like literally you had to decide which army am I going to join, where am I, like who do I stand with. And so for me, Fatima is actually a visual representation of that, because what you see behind me is the beautiful old basilica. We see directly across from it, this basilica behind me faces the east. It goes upwards. It is transcendent. It leads us up towards God. And directly opposed to it, you have this ugly new basilica that is facing west and downwards. And so it's like a totally different opposing thing. And for me, that's a great symbol of the great battle that was in between the army of God and the army of the devil.